Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a diehard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. Ladies and gentlemen, Cowboys Nation, buckle up because today we've got some breaking news that could send shockwaves through the NFL. Rumors, reports, and speculation are swirling around like a Texas tornado. And if what we're hearing is true, the Dallas Cowboys could be on the verge of a blockbuster move that changes the game for good. I'm your name, and you're watching the most trusted spot for all things Cowboys. Stick around, because this is the kind of news that'll have you refreshing Twitter every 5 seconds. Let me set the stage here. The Dallas Cowboys, America's team, have always been a franchise that thrives on making bold decisions. Whether it's the big trades, the high-stakes draft picks, or the jaw-dropping free agency signings, this team knows how to keep the NFL world on its toes. But right now, there's an electric buzz, that the Cowboys are eyeing a major star to add to their roster. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait a second, we already have an incredibly talented roster. You're not wrong. The Cowboys are loaded with elite players like Micah Parsons, dominating on defense, Dak Prescott leading the charge at quarterback, and CeeDee Lamb making defensive backs look silly. But the truth is, even the most talented teams can use that extra spark to push them over the edge, especially when you're gunning for that elusive Super Bowl. Here's the deal. Reports coming out of Dallas and league insiders are teasing that the Cowboys are seriously interested in a star player who could fill a key gap on the team. Now, we're talking about a proven game changer, someone who has the talent, the experience, and the ability to elevate this squad to new heights. And let's be real, Jerry Jones isn't one to shy away from making big, headline-grabbing moves. So, who is this mystery player? Well, the names being floated around are enough to make any Cowboys fan's heart race. One name that keeps coming up is none other than insert star player's name. This guy is an absolute stud. Think Pro Bowl appearances, clutch performances, and a track record of making other teams look silly. And the fit? Oh, it's almost too perfect. Think about it. The Cowboys are already a playoff-caliber team, but there are a few areas where they could use a little help. Whether it's bolstering the secondary, adding more depth on the offensive line, or injecting some firepower into the receiving core, this rumored move would address one of those needs in a big way. Imagine player's name in the Cowboys blue and silver, lining up alongside our current stars. It's a scary thought for the rest of the league, that is. And let me tell you, the fans are already buzzing. Cowboys Nation is lighting up social media with their reactions. Some are hyped, others are skeptical, and of course, there's always a group analyzing the cap space like it's their day job. But one thing's for sure, this news has everyone talking. But here's the kicker, no pun intended, this potential move isn't without its risks. First off, the financials. As much as we all love dreaming big, the reality is that every blockbuster move comes with a price tag. The Cowboys would need to navigate the salary cap carefully, especially with extensions looming for key players. And then there's the question of fit. How would this star mesh with the current locker room dynamic? Would they buy into the team-first culture that Coach McCarthy is building? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it wouldn't work, far from it. But these are the kinds of questions that the front office is undoubtedly weighing as they consider pulling the trigger on this deal. Because let's face it, in the NFL, it's not just about acquiring talent. It's about building a cohesive unit that can withstand the ups and downs of a grueling season. So, what happens next? Well, all eyes are on the Cowboys front office. If they're serious about making this move, you can bet they're already deep into negotiations, crunching numbers, and figuring out how to make it happen. And you know Jerry Jones, if there's even a sliver of a chance to make a splash, he's going to explore it. The good news is that Diggs' recovery is reportedly going better than expected. According to sources inside the Cowboys organization, Diggs has been working hard in rehab, and there's cautious optimism that he'll make a full recovery in time for next season. That's music to the ears of Cowboys Nation. An ACL tear is a tough injury to come back from, but if anyone can do it, it's Trayvon Diggs. His work ethic and dedication to the game are second to none. Imagine what this defense will look like next year, with Diggs, Gilmore, Bland, and the rest of the secondary healthy and ready to go. It's a terrifying thought for opposing quarterbacks. But here's the thing. Whether this deal goes through or not, one thing is crystal clear. The Cowboys are all in on competing for a championship. They're not settling for good enough. They want to be great, and they're willing to take risks to get there. That's what makes this team so exciting to follow. The latest update is that Smith was limited again in practice this week, but the coaching staff expects him to play on Sunday. That's a huge relief because the Cowboys' offense isn't the same without him. When Tyler Smith is in the lineup, the run game opens up, and Dak Prescott has more time to make plays in the pocket. Without him, it feels like the offensive line struggles to find its rhythm. But as much as we want to see Smith out there every week, the team needs to be careful. Hamstring injuries are tricky, and if they're not managed properly, they can linger. The last thing the Cowboys need is for Smith to aggravate the injury and miss time during the playoffs. Speaking of rising stars, let's talk about Mazi Smith. The rookie defensive tackle has quietly been making an impact this season, especially in the run game. When the Cowboys drafted him in the first round, there was a lot of buzz about his potential, and we're starting to see why. Smith is a big, physical presence in the middle of the defensive line. He eats up double teams, freeing up linebackers like Micah Parsons and Leighton Vander Esch to make plays. And that's why you, Cowboys Nation, need to stay locked in right here. As this story develops, we'll be bringing you all the updates, analysis, and reactions you need to stay in the know. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. So, what do you think? Is this rumored move the missing piece for the Cowboys? Who do you think they should target? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and while you're at it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you never miss an update. Cowboys Nation, it's about to get real exciting around here. Let's go. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Cowboys.